Good morning, good evening, and a good afternoon. This is Nathaniel Kempson Productions here today, and welcome back to Railworks, a terrain simulator 2021, I think we're on now. So today we are on Sunbury Dales, and I thought it's high time that I did a fucking cab ride of this route before I forget entirely. So we're here at Sunbury with, ironically, my Panya 6407. I've got this in 00 gauge, so I thought I'd drive it in a game because I'm that sad. But what I'll do is I'll press the pause brake button. Some peace and quiet, so we can have a look round Sunbury. So, I've just noticed those top things on that signal box there. Oh, they're 2D sprites. Oh, how terrifying. Anyway, so, the station at Sunbury, it's only a single platform face, but it's quite a long one. I think I can fit about 8 or 9 coaches in it. Can't quite remember. But the car park is something I'm quite proud of. Namely because of this little siding thing here, which they use to load locos onto the track and off them. You can see it's in the car park there, and that's also where they get the coal delivered. I've no idea if this kind of thing would be prototypical, if they'd actually, leave wagons in a car park. I don't think I've seen that myself. I've seen wheel sets left in car park rails like that, but never wagons before, so don't quote me on that. Oh, there's a big tree in the way. And then over here we've got a kind of like a wild, flowery meadow bit. I wasn't quite sure what this was, but I thought it would be quite nice just to have some like proper, pretty looking flowers that you can access if you were, here in real life. There's a gate at the end here that you could walk through to access it. I don't know why I did this, but I think it's quite nice alongside the road there with the flying cars. Harry, what are you doing? It's a Harry Potter joke for you there. And the allotments, which are allotments. Nothing exciting there. The depot, which I'm still not entirely happy with. I mean, I've tried to add as much kind of railway-based clutter as I can, but I'm not sure that I like it properly. The shed is quite empty, so I think I'm going to add some of the stuff I've got out here, like these barrels and what are these springy looking things, and chuck some of those inside here as well, just because I'm not entirely sure on them. But the rest of it is fine. You can see that the fields and things around the place. Something I've tried to do with this route in particular is to make it feel big. Make it feel like it's part of the landscape. Which is why, as we go along the route, you'll see, if I get to about here somewhere, you can see the fields way off in the distance, and the trees and stuff way off in the distance. That is deliberate. I wanted the route to look like it was in a proper place, rather than just like in a valley. Whilst we are in a slight valley, you can see. There you go. There you go. You can see that the hills either side of the railway are higher than what the railway is, but it's not a proper. It's not like a river valley. It's just an old river valley. So that's Sunbury. So let us get a shift on. Full forward. Brakes off. Drain cocks open. And I expect I've got to change points. Yeah, there we go. Brake, be quiet. Good brakes. Right. How many coaches have we got on today? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yes. 6 coaches and a pannier. This might not go as well as I think it will. But let's try anyway, shall we? Let's get a shift on. Of all the whistles you could do, you chose that one. Really? That's more like it. So, the plan for this video is basically just to show you the sections of track that I have actually worked on. Because not all sections have been worked on, obviously. So we're only going to be going as far as the second station on the route, which is... Sorry, just trying to get the reverser in the right place, which is Fosgrove Heath. We won't be going any further than that, so if I just go to the map quickly, you'll see, ignore these bits here. I can't remember what these are for. What is that for? No idea. It's probably just me doing some testing. This is the station we're going to. Again, ignore the random bits of track. That was just to get the road working. Because I'm dumb. I haven't driven the pannier on this route for a while. So you'll have to excuse my incompetence. It is possible. I have done it. I'm just not very good at it. So while we go along, we can have a look around at this scenery. You can see quite a few fields and things. There's the back of the town on there, on this side. And then, whoops, over this side you've got more fields, unsurprisingly. I've tried to give it like a realistic agricultural appearance, because I find quite a lot of the time with routes on railworks, they don't necessarily look... Whoa, big lad, big fucking leg spike there. My god. Broken down lorry there. They don't necessarily look actually that realistic in terms of where the fields are and stuff, so I've tried to give it as realistic a look as I possibly can. And I think the route is pulling it off. I don't think it looks terrible per se. We are going quite slowly though. So this load may have been a slight mistake. Let's see if we can coax a bit more speed out of this loco, shall we? Maybe what I should have done is sat a little bit more at Sunbury with the blowers on. Then never mind. Stop firing for a minute and see what our generation rate does. Absolutely fucking plummets. Okay. Yeah, this might be a complete disaster. We might have to just start again. So we're approaching the fishing lakes now. You can see as the tiles load in. Phew! Oh, that was a good quick blow up I had there. Definitely didn't change locos at all. I don't know what you're on about. Look, we're in the same place we were. Is the water? See? I'm not a crappy jet. Okay, I changed locos. I realised that six coaches was probably too much for a pannier, so you know, here we are with a large prairie instead. Lag, go away, thank you. Been having really bad lag spikes lately in this game. I don't know why. I never used to get them as bad as I do currently. I don't understand it. Anyway, here's the fishing lakes. Got big saily boats on that side, and nothing on this side. Oh, you've got a couple of old ruined cottages over that side. And somewhere, you've got a fishy man. There's one... Oh, yeah, there he is. A fishy man, and then there's another fishy man over there. That's something I have added all the way along the route, actually, is route sounds, like ambient noises and stuff. They're all the way along the route, which I hope kind of adds to the ambiance of travelling on the route. I've tried to make the route feel as alive as possible, even without trains being in the scene. And I hope that it's achieving that. So, this Lowe's Lane bridge here, this bridge has a story to tell. as we go over it. We hit an embankment, or a steep grade. A steep embankment going over it. There's one in 80 or something, I think. Past Lowe's Lane Farm, over here on the right hand side. With that lane that we went past earlier on that you saw. But Lowe's Lane, see there's the steep grade I said about. One in 81. Lowe's Lane Bridge is named after a local girl from the 1980s called Charlotte Lowe. She was kidnapped many, many years ago, presumed dead, and her body was never found. But stories go that this barn here, she used to be fond of this barn for some reason. It's always been abandoned, and it's thought that that's where her kidnapper took her. Because you hear ghostly noises coming from this barn sometimes. And changing the subject completely, I'm quite proud of this little scene just here, with the little garden and backing onto the railway. Basically, it's my childhood dream to have a garden like this, backing onto a steam railway. It's always been a dream of mine. So the fields... lag. There we go again. Go away. There we go. The fields do change quite a lot as we go up the route. I mean, obviously, you know, they're not all going to be the same. And I hope that they look fairly realistic in how they change. Also, on this section of the line, I can't exactly remember where it is. We may have already gone past it. On the route as a whole, actually, there is a little bit of Bronze Age archaeology to look out for. We have already gone past one bit of Bronze Age archaeology right at the start of the video when I was showing you around Sunbury in free camp mode. So I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to spot it for yourself and then comment in the video. Comment on the video and tell me what you think it was. So we are approaching the steepest section of the line here. It doesn't look it, but in a minute this will rocket up to 1 in 75. There, 1 in 74. There we go. As we go over this viaduct, which is supposed to have a name but doesn't. So this takes us over the Ellis Valley and the Ellis Valley River, and also the Ellis Valley Narrow Gauge Railway, which I'm yet to construct. So, just there's the lag spike. So let's pause that there in the middle of a lag spike. That's probably not the best idea, actually. Thinking about it, there we go. So this is actually Meldon Viaduct from the Glorious Devon route, which I quite like, to be honest with you. I only really got the route for Meldon Viaduct because look at it. It's stunning. It's basically as spot on as you can get it, and I know this viaduct extremely well. I used to sit and stare at it basically like every weekend for the best part of 4 years of my life, so I know it quite well. And it's basically spot on. Obviously, it's not the exact same height and length and curvature as it is in real life. I've just stole it. It's a loft, so you lay it like a track and fences and things. But I think it suits this section of the line pretty well, to be honest. I mean, this is more or less what the valley at Meldon Quarry actually looks like, so it's not far off being 100% correct, to be honest. So we should be approaching the second bit of Bronze Age archaeology. Yep, I can see it. So I'll get into the onto the correct side of the loco. We'll sit in the coaches this time, shall we? So you can see it. You can see it now on the left-hand side. I'm not going to tell you what it is because that's cheating. You've got to look at it and find it for yourselves. But I promise you it's there. Stick a bit of coal in the fire while we're going past. The grass will load in shortly. This is one thing I don't like about Railworks, is the tile loading system really needs an update. And bang, there's the grass. Really is annoying how slow that loads in, because it makes your route look unfinished when it definitely isn't unfinished. It's very, very frustrating. So, we are coming up to something now what I'm not sure about. I built it. It looks okay, but I'm not too sure about it. It's a little kind of occupation, well, not really occupation bridge, but an access bridge. You've got loads of machinery and things stored underneath it and around it. Because over here, there it is, there's an old quarry you can see there with a tunnel in it. And there's also one on this side somewhere as well. Yeah, there it is. Over there. I'm not sure about it. About that little scene we've just gone past. Because, well, it kind of just appears out of nowhere. You can see the embankment there. There it is, going up to it. And I'm not sure if that little embankment should be any bigger. Because it does just kind of appear from nowhere. I'm not sure about it. Let me know what you guys think. So, on the left-hand side, just through these trees, in this gap, there we go, you can see the town of Fosgrove starting to appear. And you can also see it from this side as well, somewhere. If the trees get out of the way. Yep, there it is. Just over there. So, this is as far as the scenery goes for the moment. We'll pull in here, we'll stop, we'll pause the game, and then we'll have a little look around, and then end up the video. But this station here does something that I'm actually genuinely quite proud of. This is my first real attempt at doing a proper town. And if you very quickly leave the locomotive and hop onto this bridge. So again, you can hear that I've got the ambient sounds on as well. So here we go, the train arrives. I'm just coasting at the moment, nothing more than coasting. But I like the way that trains sound as they come under this bridge, approaching the station. You'll see why now. Bit quiet, but you can hear it. That's why I like it. Hello, Fosgrove. So, pause break. We just have to pretend there's Tweety birds. So this is Fosgrove. It's a big, as you can see, a big station with 2 platform faces. There's a siding up here, which is currently empty. There's supposed to be wagons in there, but clearly I loaded up the wrong scenario. And just immediately behind the station, through this little bit of wooded area here, you've got the camping coaches here, which I'm very, very proud of, actually. I quite like the way I've done these. Little garden this side with like an entranceway. I'm yet to add like bins and things on this side. And then you may have seen a rather shoddily laid narrow gauge railway and a footpath. I really do need to sort it out, as you can see. It ain't meant to look like that. The idea is there's a little battery electric loco and a couple of skip wagons that run up and down here collecting the bins and things. That's basically all it is. Nothing exciting. In fact, speaking of narrow gauge railways, I tried to go to the map then. Somewhere, I think it's this route. Yeah, this little bit of scrap, weird looking track here. That's actually another narrow gauge railway. There's a farm just there. That's what that is. I thought that it was me testing things, but no, that's a proper little narrow gauge railway serving a farm. So you can see again, with the farmland on this side. It stops over this side. It goes to a nice quiet valley over this side. So there's no farmland over there. But again, you can see here the fields going up over that side. There's the other quarry, the smaller one. Yeah, I quite like this little town, Fosgrove. The diesel is unbelievably cheap. Regular petrol is astronomical though, but overall I think the layout is quite nice. I mean, I'm yet to finish it. Obviously, you know, there's going to be bollards and fences and things running alongside the road here. But this side I'm quite proud of. You've got the little roundabout thing with a war memorial on top, and another part of the war memorial there. And then this dude's garden with a little kind of 7¼ inch-ish gauge garden railway that he keeps in his garden shed. You know, oh, I've forgotten to do the fences along the back of the gardens. Whoopsie dude. I forget things. Shut up. But yeah, Fosgrove. I think this is a station that I'm actually genuinely the most proud of. I think it looks really pretty cool, to be perfectly honest with you. So let's take the brakes off and we'll just drive the train out of the station. The scenery doesn't go much further. So we'll sit up here with the signalman and watch this train go by. So one thing that must be learnt about this route is that only the first section up to Fosgrove is particularly steep, because the rest of the line is 1 in 100 at the steepest. And then once we get through this next station, there's actually a downhill section for a couple of miles. So you really only need to be working the loco hard as far as Fosgrove, and then you can kind of ease off a little bit, which is why I'm not bothering to pay much attention to the fire at the moment, because you just don't need it. There isn't much at this station. In fact, I've only recently kind of started work on it, so you'll have to forgive the kind of barren, fisherless desert over there, if you can. We can get any flans to go around this corner? Maybe not. I thought we would. Might get a little bit towards the back of the train, maybe. Or maybe not. Never mind. Maybe we're not going fast enough. Who knows? So, another signal box here. Oh, I hope we are going the right way. Yes, we are. That's good. Turn those injectors off, because they make funny warp noises. Big loud whistle, and there we go through the station. Do the signals on this section work? They never used to. No, so far they don't work. Yeah, this is Baskerville Farm, you can see. Dana, there's a name board made by MDH Games. Thank you very much. She's done a few of these for me. We've got a couple more that we need to do. Because the route progress is taking such a long time, I'm not too fussed about having the signs until the route is actually ready to go. So that's an ongoing project between the two of us. But Baskerville Farm is just a nice, quiet, very, very quiet countryside station with a pub, the public house. I want to see if I can rename that the Baskerville Arms, is what I want to do, but I don't know if I'll be able to. But as you can see, here is the I keep saying occupation. The cattle dock for the farm, which is in theory further away the other way. They've got their own barn here as well. Kind of pointless having a barn that close to the railway line with like no real access to it, but that's fine. Oh, it does work. Oh, okay. that's something. But yeah, there's not much at this station. I'm still adding detail. I haven't even added lampposts and benches on the platform yet. So, you know, goes to show how new this station is. And again, actually, this building here is from the Glorious Devon route. This is from Oakhampton Station. This is the little shelter on platform 2, I think. Again, I'm very familiar with it. I used to work on that railway many years ago. Yeah, it's just good memories. There's some ivy growing at the back of it. Again, that's prototypical, actually. There's a lot of ivy at the back of this one there. Anyway, so that was Sunbury Dales. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.